Good morning, beautiful patrons. Thank you so much for joining us. It's 11:07, guys. A beautiful time of the day on this beautiful Tuesday, guys. Thank you all so much for joining us. Give it up for Trucy, who's going to be with us just for the beginning, guys, because she has to go to church. We love you, Trucy. God bless you. And you are all here because you know the storm is upon us. Let everybody know we're live, guys. You don't want to miss this.
Warriors, set yourselves apart from this corrupt generation. Be saints. That is the freedom that I wish for you. Freedom from sin. Freedom from our weaknesses. Freedom from the slavery that sin makes out of all of us. That is the freedom that is worth dying for. Kind of reminds me of the words that Mel Gibson first intoned in his Academy Award-winning film Braveheart, when he said to his ragtag army, and I say to you tonight, I see before me a whole army of my countrymen here in defiance of tyranny. You've come to fight as free men, and free men you are. What will you do without freedom? Will you fight? No! Yep, fight you may die. Run and you'll live. For at least a while. Dying in your beds many years from now, would you have been willing to trade all the years from this day to that for one chance? Just one chance to come back here and tell our enemies that you can take our lives, you can never take our freedom. Every man dies. Truly lives. You. We must fight for that authentic freedom and live, my friend. By God we must live, and with the Holy Spirit as your shield and Christ as your sword, may you join Saint Michael and all the angels in defending God and sending Lucifer and his henchmen straight right back to hell where they belong. The storm is upon us. But not without Jesus, our rudder. And in the words of Reagan, evil is powerless if the good are unafraid. God bless you.
And God bless you, beautiful patrons. Thank you so much for joining us this beautiful Tuesday, guys. The second day of this epic week, guys. Let's play Hold the Line. Let me shout Easton and one out, because you know that I love you, right?
We're gonna hold the
Okay,
line.
guys. There we go. Boom time. Let's bring in the chat. Okay, guys. Let's see who's with us.
I will be a president for disease, joblessness, and
Your
hopelessness,
Coco Bass.
anger,
Deep
resentment,
Frustrated.
and hatred,
Natasha. 2K.
extremism,
Little
lawlessness,
51. Sean.
violence, bitterness, and fury.
Lin Lane.
No
Rick
progress,
Q.
no
Boris,
nation.
1921. Miss
Only a
Penny
state
Black.
of
Sing a new
chaos.
song. Trucy.
Don't piss down my
Again,
back
Demont.
and tell me it's raining.
We're gonna hold.
333. Melly Gator.
We're gonna
Little
hold.
Sister Brown. Sing a new song, sister. You broke the internet.
We're gonna hold.
20. Leslie P. 1963.
We're gonna hold. We're gonna hold. We're gonna hold the line.
Boom time. Miss Penny Black. Dawn 333. We love you guys. Sing a new song. Duke M. Let me see who's with us, guys. Yo, T. Johnson. Lisa Fannin. Great to see you. Yo, Tippy Top. We're gonna make it hot, hot, hot. Bring it down to feels, guys. Mr. Rob. Marco.
We're gonna hold the line.
2,000 foot long ago. As we prepare to land, guys, make sure your seats and phone trays are in their upright position. And don't forget to buckle up, guys, because you know it's gonna get bumpy. Yo, Genova, dancing, 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 Genova, we love you. I heard it's fun to stay at the YMCA. Corey Cameron, we love you. United Airlines to Guantanamo Bay. Immediate boarding at Gate E. We need to stay with come, guys. Grab your popcorn, butter it up. Drum roll, please. Here we go. Sing a new song and sing it aloud. Mikey Martin. The angels are sounding their horns. The apocalypse is nigh. Foreshadowed for millennia and unfolding right in front of our eyes. And we're blessed to be alive and to be witness of this epic transition to greatness. Big shout out to Donald J. Trump, Dan Scavino, Elon Musk, General Flynn, Edge Patel, Pam Bondi, Chuck Grassley, Richard Janelle, and the Western Gang. We love you guys.
We love you.
MG Page.
We will be back in
Patriot
some
Joe
form.
78, Carly Kager.
Too many of us think it is impossible. Too many think it is unreal.
But that
is a dangerous
defeatist
belief.
It
It leads to the conclusion that we are gripped by forces
we
we
cannot
cannot
control.
control.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies and gentlemen,
prepare for the storm magnet. Okay, guys, we have arrived. Thank you all so much for joining us. Again, was the sound too loud? Like I played it pretty hot at 92%. We made some adjustments with the mic, guys. So let me know if the music sounds ratio was, on par. Or, give me a 5x5 if it was. Or, Amigos 88, great to see you guys. We got a beautiful show lined up for you guys. Because today, we are celebrating Derfman's birthday, guys. Elefranto's great to see you. So drop a 17 for beautiful. The cherry on top, Derfman, guys. And let's start the show. Okay, sounds great, Danier. Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, let's start the show. Because we got Memorial Day yesterday, right? So we're going to go through that event. We're going to look at what the hidden gems Trump got for us. Yeah, guys. So Stella Bow, great to see you, sister. MG Page, Genova, Timor 67, 5x5, awesome, guys. Yeah, guys, let's introduce the show, guys. Let's start the show. Trish D, awesome to see you. Not before we have introduced the two co-hosts, whom with these shows are not possible. Blues Breakers, great to see you. All the way from the Pacific Coast, the man that never sleeps and that is born ready. The man in the mirror. And a man in between, Mr. Lance, on his epic quest. How you doing, my friend?
Good morning, Grasshopper. Good morning to
Yes.
our birthday boy, Derfman. And
Ooh,
hello
baby.
to everybody that is in our chat today. I love seeing the 17s, right? Like that's your sound was right on that one too. So
Okay, good.
you sounded great. Didn't even have to turn it down. Right.
Okay,
so
good. Awesome.
Yeah, no, that was, I think, don't touch nothing, Grass.
No,
I'm joking.
that's
Don't touch it.
let me see. This is okay. This is a mental picture I'm making. 92%. I was blowing my ears off because the volume is pretty loud in my in-ears. But I like it, guys. I like screaming over it. My neighbors don't really like it. But again, guys, we're not here for that. We are here for you. But there's man. Oh, Lance, by the way, please continue.
Well, everybody remember to hit that like button. And be sure to repost, whatever platform you decide to be on. I think even on, is it Rumble you can repost? I think even on YouTube you can repost stuff. So yeah, you guys try to get the show out as much as we can, right? I'm excited to see what we get in today. We got World War III ramping up, right? Yeah, there's just so much going on. Like always, it's hard to keep up with anything because every day is something new. But you know what? This is what we freaking voted for. Trump said, you're going to be so tired of winning. You're going to say, just stop. Remember?
Stop it.
Just stop. No more winning. So yeah, everything is everything. Yesterday was an epic day. Pete Hegseth gave an amazing speech. So did President Trump. But like always, I'll listen to bits and pieces of it, or I'll listen to it afterwards. But we're honest, right? So when he starts spitting out numbers, that's it. Like I'm not, I start decoding, right? So that might be something that we want to go back and look at is the speech from yesterday.
Yeah.
But yeah, yesterday was a great was a well, I shouldn't say a great day, right? Yesterday was a solemn day that we remember all of our fallen heroes, right? So and Derfman, your birthday just happened to land on that day, right? So such a yeah, like I said, I can't wait to see what this week brings. Every week is just something more and more and more and stuff coming out about Biden. You got the FBI investigating the cocaine in the White House, right? The pipe bomber or pipe bombers, right? Like there's just I can't even imagine like the cases that like Bondi and Cash have, right? Like just can you just imagine like knowing what they knew and then actually going in and being the leader of that shit, right? Like just what the hell, right? Like, oh man. So yeah, like I said, I'm happy every day I wake up. That was a great video, seeing him get punked, right? Like, why you carrying, man? Why you carrying? I'm like, what the hell? You're stupid. Because I can, mofo. So yeah, great to have everybody here, and I can't wait to see what crumbs the team gives us today.
Okay, guys. So, Lance, thank you so much for always being with us. Starting up the shows, lighting him up, your beautiful graphics, your beautiful videos. We're going to show you a few of Lance's beautiful videos, guys. I saw a few new people coming in. So, Hammy 2020, great to see you. Strapman Pigs, awesome to see you, brother. Turfman rocks. We got Parko with us. Blues Breakers is with us. Parko, we love you, man. Let me see. Hammy. Santa Fe Kate is with us, sister. We love you to the moon and back. Salke. Oh, always great to see you. Carrie Cameron is with us. Let me see, guys. Meligator. Okay, guys. Leslie P. 1963. T. Johnson. 50 NC, guys. And let's introduce the man that you all know as Mr. Butterboy. The man that knows without being told, Mr. 45, believe it or not, heartbeats a minute. Do not let him tell you otherwise. The cherry on top, Mr. RQ Derfman. How did I F that up, guys? Mr. RQ Derfman, happy birthday, brother.
Thank you so much. And happy birthday to Miles Davis as well. He would have turned 96 years old yesterday. So, yeah, I get to share a birthday with one of the guys that one of my top 3 guys. Let's put it that way. So, yeah, thank you, Grass. Thank you, Lance. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Saw all the 17s. You guys are amazing, and yeah, I didn't get to watch what happened yesterday. I was knocked out for most of the afternoon, and then I logged into work, and yesterday was by far the worst night in terms of volume.
So just for your understanding, guys, Derfman is running the graveyard shift. So this man, my internet is unstable. What's going on?
I don't know. We hear you fine so far.
Okay.
I didn't hear the Dig Music skip or anything either, so I believe we're good. But yeah, like Hopper was saying, I am not on the forklift, but I am on the night shift. And
the graveyard shift.
That's a Bob Marley and the Wailers reference for most of you guys, because I can't expect everybody to be as much of a fanatic of Bob Marley and the Wailers as I am. you know, started playing in a reggae band when I turned 17 years old.
Oh,
Yep,
those
not making that up.
numbers.
Just yeah, 1997, and
Mhm.
still playing with my singer. It's now been 28 years,
Mhm.
and never got into a fight with him. We never had any disagreements. Well, actually, yeah, there was one time when I wasn't too thrilled about a decision that was made, but yeah, we talked about it, and I was like, yeah, makes sense. We had somebody who really wanted to join the band. I wasn't crazy about them, but
What's the
they kind
singer?
of, uh, no, my singer, somebody, it was a percussionist.
Okay.
It
Well,
was a
okay.
percussionist.
A percussionist in a reggae band.
Yeah, who had
Hmm.
zero reggae experience.
Yeah,
So
that's not working.
it wasn't working well, especially that I had a privilege to play with this one guy on maybe one or two shows who was such an incredible percussionist. Like this guy, he had you know, two hands, but he was always holding like three or four things, and it was never too much. It's hard to explain, but in reggae, reggae music is very separated type music, if you will. So everything has its little, uh, everything has a spot, and this guy always found the spots, and he
Mhm.
never overplayed, which is something very important when you're playing reggae music. Overplaying is not, it's not good. Anyways, we're totally trailing off here. All that to say,
Yes. It's your
you know,
birthday, man. You got the mic. I'm sitting back.
well, yeah, and guys, don't worry, it's not alcohol or anything. It's just lack of sleep. I did get a couple hours in this morning, so I'm here. I'm ready. I'm more than ready to listen to that Trump speech from yesterday.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. Because I didn't see or hear anything about like the Peter Hegseth speech. It might be worth it to maybe look up one of the longer videos from RSBN and see if we can maybe catch both
Hmm.
speeches. Otherwise, I know there's like an 18-minute video that's just Trump that we could easily look up. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to looking that up. And I'm looking forward to, sharing a couple of decodes from the last week where we we're a little pressed for time sometimes, and we've had a couple of beautiful speeches from Trump, so that's got to take precedent, right? And but this week we're gonna catch up. Today we're gonna catch up on the last week, so
Okay.
there's a few nice ones here and there. But yeah, I say I don't know. What do you want to do, Grass? Or maybe we
Well,
should we should
yeah.
ask the chat, right?
I don't know about you guys, but we've had 8-hour shows where it wasn't enough time. So yeah, there's never enough time in our shows, no matter what.
You know what I wanted to start off with? I wanted to start
Ah,
off with this video. Then I want to start off with your decodes, Durf. And then, go into. Yes, then maybe go into the speech.
yeah, we can 100% do that.
Okay, guys.
Um, I was
How do you
asked
pronounce this name?
which name? Sorry.
Teja? Teja?
Uh,
Yeah, maybe Tasia.
oh,
Okay,
Yeah.
Teja from Finland. Awesome that you're with us.
Woohoo!
Oh,
So that's awesome. We love our worldwide patriots. Teja,
beautiful.
awesome. Thank you so much for joining us and telling us where you're from. That's incredible. Christopher Reed saying happy birthday, Derfman. Coco Base also, you know, happy birthday. Betty is saying happy birthday. Joanne is saying hello to everybody. Dark Rabbit saying hi, friends. And again, Natasha, we love you guys. Thank you all so much for joining us.
Richard Rohr said, Richard said, start with cake.
Start with cake.
Start with
Absolutely.
cake.
Richard Rohr.
We'll start off with some nice crumbs right here, right?
Yes. So we got some. So let's go back.
The most
in time,
epic,
guys.
the most epic part of our shows ever. Freaking Derfman getting the air cue from Boss Man. Like that was, man, that was an epic day, dude.
Absolutely, man. I remember that.
There's
So
Derf,
let's
there's
go
Derf.
back,
We
guys.
see the fedora, right? There he is.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
I think
so
Parko
Derfman,
picked him out, huh?
Yeah. So this was still back in 2024, January 16th, where Derfman thought it was a good idea to go to Bossman, right? So he drove like at least 4, 5, 6 hours. And then he went there, right? He told us, what he was wearing. So we were already eyeballing him, like where he was. And we saw that Trump was looking strangely a lot to his right, to our left, right? So then, like we called Derfman afterwards, and Derfman said, yeah, it was awesome, and who was your friend again?
Sorry, it was AirQ Flip.
Yeah, AirQ Flip, yes. So Flip was telling Derfman, Derfman was taking a selfie, and Flip was saying, hey, Trump just did an AirQ, but Derfman just took a selfie, right, instead of a video, so we could never tell. So then during the show, like Derfman was telling me this while he was driving back home, like, dude, wouldn't that be awesome if that was true? And I was like, oh yeah, awesome, right? So then during the show, Derfman, the next day, right? This was the next day. We went back, right? And Derfman was telling his story, like he might have had a AirQ, but we didn't know. Then I said, hey, go into your details in your picture, right? And just go in there and see at what time you took that picture. It was 1935. So then we rewinded the show because Trump was doing rallies every day, right? So we went back to the actual show. And again, there was a big risk, right? Because we didn't know if it actually happened. Because, that is a funny thing with memory, right? Like you remember something and, sometimes things just, you thought you saw something and you didn't. So I was like, oh my God, is it going to happen?
Derf was like, here, I got it.
And he didn't care, man. Derfman was like, yeah, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, I don't know even I don't know why. I was just like, well, let's look at it now.
Yes. Okay, guys. So let's run the clip, guys. This is a 3-minute clip. Let's watch the clip. And let's go back to the period where, we didn't have all, the mics and stuff like that, right? This is early, starting Grasshopper time. Let's go back, guys. Derfman, are you ready? Chat, are you ready? Okay,
I'm
guys,
ready.
Here we go. Okay, guys, there we go.
Do it.
A little side note for you. Maybe you can look up after the show, in details
After
on
the
this
show.
picture, so you can see at what time this picture has been taken. Yeah. Then somebody might want to go back into the rally and see when Trump does the AirQ. When we can triangulate those two timestamps, you know exactly that this is that moment that Trump took that, did that AirQ.
Let's see it right now. It appears it would have been around 7:35 p.m.
Not enough to talk about, but they're coming in from prisons and jails. They're coming
7:35, guys.
Mental institutions and insane asylums.
Boom. There it is, guys.
Jesus.
There it is.
Boom, guys.
There it is.
There it is, guys.
Woo!
Looking at Derfman.
There
It is Derfman in the house.
Dang,
We got Derfman in the house, guys. Boom. Check it
Yeah.
out. Looking straight up to Derfman, bro. What's up, Derf?
Love it.
There it is. 7:35. There it is. Derfman.
Dude.
Brother.
You even say it after
Yeah.
the show.
Live it up. We got contact, guys. We have contact. We have, Dan Scavino coming out, with 888, 12 hours and 24 minutes, the same confirmation that we had back in May 5th from Trump, 1224, after we said this on May 4th. We're going to have a 1224 confirmation shortly. Trump came, 24 minutes after 12 on May 5th, Listen to this sound. 1224, the coordinated the awakening, every detail accounted for, every scenario planned for. Enjoy. The show is going to be historic, planned long ago, guys. Big, 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 big happenings, guys, are going to take place. Wow, Derfman. Oh, and guys, remember that a few days, like 21 days before the election, Dan Scavino hit this timestamp yet again. Remember? Exactly 21 days before the election happened, Dan Scavino dropped to 2903, right? So interesting how that comes back. Remember
that was
this?
awesome. Yeah, that was freaking amazing.
Shout out to everybody being there with us, guys.
That was
every
election
single
night,
show.
Right?
Electric,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That was election night because we had the picture with him and Nunes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, guys, let's continue the tape.
So much fun.
Absolutely. Let me see. Where is it? Let's continue the tape. This happened yesterday before the rally, guys. Dan Scavino found it necessary to retweet it yet again, guys. Yet again. Retweet 888. Retweet. And again, guys, look at this timestamp, man. Be ready on us. Public awakening coming, guys. Public will know soon, guys. Check these timestamps. We the people. Where we go, one we go all. We are making the world a better place. We the people are taking back our country and the world from these evil losers who wish to do us harm all for a buck. Stand up, patriots. And Trump is leading the pack here, right? During the blizzard, and man was it cold in January 2024, right? Derfman was standing in line, getting in. This was happening when Derfman was standing in line. This is how we dropped it at 134.41. And then during Derfman standing in line, he dropped it again, right? And then he retweeted it again. So, and that time in between was 12:24, guys, right?
It was still shorts weather for Derf.
Yes, And, the thing is, so he dropped this at midnight. Then when Derfman was standing in line at 1:58.51, making a 12:24 gap code with Anon standing in the snow, Trump, right? Going out of the way to follow Trump. Derfman just drove 6 hours to go there, right? And again, 12:24. The awakening is coordinated, every detail accounted for, every scenario planned for. Enjoy the show. The crumbs were showing us, do you believe the world is awakening, guys? And again, biblical times, 5x5, eyes on VIP Patriot, guys. So the gap goes to the VIP Patriots. Back to the confirmation that we had, the 12:24 between Derfman and I. You guys know how important the 12:24 was. So how awesome that Dan Scavino hit that gap code on that same day while Derfman was still waiting in line. And once he was in line and he made it, and we let everybody know that he was the only one with the fedora on, right? That little funny hat with those beautiful blue eyes. He turned his back to Trump to make a selfie. Trump saw it, and he did an RQ, guys. So shout out to Flip, right? Shout out to Derfman, and let's continue this tape, guys. I had to explain it.
Remember you were saying that Derf was probably the only one with his back turned to boss?
Yeah, right? Yeah, like you notice that, right? When you're speaking to an audience and one guy is turning around, Trump was like, "Got you, man, got you." Okay, guys.
As he's talking about the illegal aliens and the the crazies, right?
Absolutely, man. Derfman was an illegal alien at that moment because he crossed the border, right? Like he was. So okay, we still got 30 seconds left on this video. Let's try to finish. 888 retweet. 888 Then again, 1224 coordinated the awakening. This is that confirmation that we had back in May 5th, guys. Confirmed by Donald Trump 2023. while we were saying, guess we will have a 1224 confirmation shortly. May 4th, 1720, May 5th, 1224, guys. Boom. Boom. Can you see that? Can you believe it, guys? Boom. Air cube. Okay, guys. So this is the full clip. And again,
And that's
guys,
on my birthday.
What?
Oh, that's on my birthday, the 17th.
Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Yeah, you're right. 117, your birthday. That is
Yeah, I was-
awesome, man. What
I
a
was-
birthday gift, right?
I was so sick, remember?
Yeah. And guys, give it up for Lance, man. This man was always there. Yeah, you were really under the
I
weather.
was sick for like 2 weeks during that year. Yeah.
Yeah,
that was
you
a
had it
crazy one.
really bad. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember. Man,
yeah.
we went the extra mile, huh? During those days.
Oh, yeah.
6 rallies a day, 5 rallies a day, 17-hour shows. Man.
That's what I said, man. Those
Enjoy
are the
your
days.
freedom, America.
Can't say he
Jeez.
didn't work for it, right? Because this man was non-stop. And now he's still
Absolutely.
non-stop.
Yep.
And can I say something?
Of course.
On
It's your
that
birthday,
video, on the picture that we're seeing in the video, we're seeing the first of 2 selfies, and it's actually on the second selfie where we see him pointing. Well,
Okay.
I mean,
So it's not in the video. Is it in the video?
well, no, because what we were showing that night, like I realized this later on.
Yeah,
that-
of course you did.
Like I was just looking. Okay, here's one of the selfies. Let's look at the time. 90.
I think this is the
7:35.
one where he points. So this is one picture, and this is the other one. So I think he's pointing here.
That.
This is
Oh, you know
one,
what? That
two,
is
1,
possible.
2.
It is possible that, I gotta admit, I haven't.
At
I
36
need to.
seconds. At 36 seconds, man. Remember that drop? Only way is the military. Right?
Well,
Spider diaper. Great to see you. Okay,
No,
Derf.
Derfman got air queued by Q+.
Yes. Air queued by Q+.
and do we want to? Well,
What?
we could show right quick what happened a year ago as well, right? I mean, I don't think we have a video, but I do believe we have at least a post. I'll put it in the chat. This is one of yours. Here we go.
Grasshopper. Okay. Let's see. Okay. What's going on here? Yes. So it was mentioning the Montreal Canadians, huh? Montreal
Yeah.
Canadians. Dude, yes. And this is the thing. So this
In the
is
Bronx.
summertime, right?
Yeah.
This was summertime. This was wintertime. So it's exactly at the same time. This is 7:35 p.m. Wintertime, right? You see, 6:35. This is in the summer. This was in the winter. So it's actually the same time, Daylight savings, right? Daylight soul, right? So how awesome, guys. The Donald J. Trump. And I think it even went farther because, let me see. So we are Q. Yes. So this was 128 days in between, guys. Dude, check this out. This is epic. So wait a minute. So Derfman got, Montreal Canadian got an air cue from Donald J. Trump on January 16th, right? at 7:35. Then 128 days later at 6:35, 7:35 winter time, right? Exactly 128 days later, Trump mentions the Montreal Canadiens hockey team. What do we know from Derfman? We know 432 is his favorite Hertz, right? What is the other thing we know? He's from Canada, right? And what is the third thing we know? What game does he like? Stratman Pigs is already showing you he loves hockey, right? He is
Hockey and guitars.
yeah, so everything with wooden sticks, right? He loves, But again, guys, so Montreal Canadian Derfman gets an RQ at 7:35, 128 days later, exactly at the same time, only in summertime, he's getting, the Montreal Canadiens at that day, guys, at that same day, the next day, I guess. The next day, 5:24, guys. May 24th, Trump ends the day at 1:28, where he is showing you, that beautiful rally that he was just speaking on, right? 128 days later, guys. Boom. 2812 is saying we are Q. What is up, guys? Can you believe it? Isn't that amazing? Military precision, guys.
Yeah, that was that was, I gotta say, I don't remember what other birthday gifts I got last year, but I remember this one.
So, what are the odds? Montreal Canadiens, 128 days after the RQ Derfman, the RQ of Montreal Canadian, RQ Derf, he's mentioning the Montreal Canadiens hockey team in Canada. And then on the 24th, he drops it 128, guys. Boom. And 2812, bringing you to We Are Q, another beautiful RQ. Dude, what is up?
I'm still, I still get emotional, to put it lightly.
You're exhausted. I know.
Yeah. It's the lack of sleep. It makes me get emotional even more when I see this video. I mean, amazing editing, first of all, by Lance.
Oh, yes.
What a way to immortalize that moment, which, by the way, in the chat, there was quite a few people who were saying, yeah, I was there. I remember it.
Mm-hmm.
So how awesome is that? We're talking a year and a half ago almost. 17 months ago, right?
Oh,
About
dude.
17 months ago, right? I don't know. I'm giving, I'm thinking 18 months is, half a year and a half. I mean, so we're close to a year and a half. So it might be 16, but point is, it's great to see so many of you guys having been with us, for this entire journey, and also great to see all the newer arrivals. I hope this was a good little recap for you guys when we've been mentioning those 1224s the last couple of weeks.
Yes.
This is a big reason why. It actually goes back to May 2023. 2 years now. Brother.
Yes. I love it.
You wanna show that one right quick?
Oh yeah, of course.
I can pull it up.
Pull it up. And again, guys, we're gonna play some music after Derfman is doing his Decode thing. We want to take a few moments to play his favorite music, and you're gonna be in for a blast because let the expert do his thing. You got it, Derf?
Espert, like the de-esser, Espert.
Yeah, the S. Yeah. So maybe, yeah, the expert.
Sorry, guys, because we're talking before the show, and there's this thing called a de-esser, and the way Grasshopper said it made me think of that. So, so let's see. Here
you got
is, so here's
True
the first
Seeker,
one.
We love you. Okay, guys.
Here is the original.
This is the Derfman saga, guys. The Derfman magical mystery tour, right?
Well, okay. Well, this is like technically the first post, right?
What, Richard Rohr?
Oh, did I send you the wrong one?
Yes, you did.
I'm sorry. Well, hey, you know what?
Okay.
We'll show it again later, guys.
There's the cake,
There's
guys.
his cake. Yeah.
There's the cake.
All right. Well, there you go.
And guys, don't eat too much of this because you're gonna end up in a hospital, guys.
Oh no. Don't worry about that, because this is homemade, organic, like probably gluten-free for all I know. But it's made.
You're gonna be like Jamiroquai, right? Dancing the stage after a chunk of this
man.
stuff.
Yeah, well, I can tell you, I think I might have gained 4 or 5 pounds the last couple of days, because I didn't even mention it, by the way. I had a bit of some Caribbean style curry goat. It wasn't quite Jamaican, and it wasn't really Haitian, but it was like somewhere in between. Kind of from a new place, not too far from where I live right now. So I had that, and I had that as a side, and my other side was some amazing tortellini.
All right.
And I had those 2 cakes as dessert.
He had the world on his plate, man. From Jamaica to Italy, this man.
Yeah.
Just ate the whole world, guys.
And probably got up to like 160 now. I was hovering around 155, but now
Okay.
I don't
Who's
even
counting,
want to check.
man?
Who's counting? You're right. So I'm so sorry. I really thought,
Dude, we had it in the video, right? Like we can show you.
yeah, but this is it. Now scroll all the way down on the chat. Okay, yeah, you're there. So that's the one. Okay. That's the first post where Grasshopper was saying.
Yes. Okay, guys, let me give you a rundown. I was dropping this Durham update, right? And Derfman said, fingers crossed. Were we already doing shows back then? I don't think so, right?
No, we were not.
No. So Derfman was like, fingers crossed. So we were calling each other, So I said, Derf, come on, dude. Fingers crossed. Remember, drop 1224. Every detail is accounted for. Every scenario is planned for. Enjoy the show. It's going to be historic. It's been planned long ago. I was reminding him of these drops, right? Like they have, they know the enemy's playbook, right? They know exactly what they're going to do. So they're going to push and they're going to pull. They're going to say this, and then the enemy is going to react. This game has to be played out. And this is what I was dropping Derfman, because he was saying, I hope so. And I was saying, we kind of know so, right? Every detail is accounted for. Every scenario planned for. Enjoy the show. It's going to be historic. It's been planned long ago. And guess we will have a 1224 confirmation shortly. Wink, wink. Cheers, right? This was set at 11:20 a.m. on May 4th, right? Okay.
Yeah. And
Derfman.
The next one is right there.
Okay, so I don't know why it opens up right here. So, indeed, right, that on May 5th, 2023, at 12:24 a.m., just 24 minutes after midnight, Donald J. Trump dropped that timestamp that we were kind of, assuming was going to drop, right? Guess we will have a 12:24 confirmation shortly, dropped after we set this, right? This was my timestamp, right? 17:20, but the EST timestamp was 11:20, right? So I showed you my timestamp over here. So interesting, guys. We were going to have a 12:24 confirmation shortly. Donald J. Trump dropped it on May 5th, 24 minutes after midnight, guys. Beautiful. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it, right?
Yes. And then, Derfman was standing in line. Dan Scavino dropped the 12:24 gap codes, right? And then during the show, Derfman got the air cue. And then 128 days later, Trump mentions the Montreal Canadians. And then the next day, he ended the day at 1:28 in the morning, right? And what is up, guys? There it is. The Montreal Canadiens, guys. 128 days later, January 16th, May 23rd. This is when that happened. And then on May 24th. So this was earlier that day at May 23rd, right? Then at midnight, when it turned the 24th, Donald Trump ended the day at 1:28 and 12 seconds, right? 1:28, again, bringing us to the days in between the Montreal Canadiens and the air cue to Montreal Derfman, guys. So if you see his name, MTL is Montreal Derfman, and these are the Montreal Canadiens hockey team, guys. 128 days separated from January 16th till May 23rd. And then 1 hour and 28 days, minutes, 1 hour and 28 minutes into the 24th, Trump ends his day, dropping at 1:28 and 12 seconds, bringing us again to the gap in between Montreal Canadiens and the air cue. And 28:12 brings us to We Are Q, guys. Again, the air cue. The Montreal Canadiens air cue, We Are Q, 1:28. 1 hour and 28 minutes into May 24th, guys. What is up, guys? We're going to make it too big to rig. Dude, you can't fake this, right? This is what Trump is saying. We're going to make it too big to rig. You can't fake this stuff. Because Trump did the air cue at 7:35. Then 128 days later, he mentions the Montreal Canadiens at 6:35. Summertime. You have to add an hour to come to winter time. Daylight savings, right? This is making it too big to rig. I hope you guys enjoy this. I really hope you guys are enjoying this, right? We Are Q, guys. This is the Derfman Show, guys. So again, let me give the mic to Derfman. F my decodes. You got it, brother.
Oh, come on. Well,
there you go.
Geez. This is, you know what, before we...
And don't start crying. No, I'm joking.
Geez. I mean, it's really, every time every time I listen to you explaining it, it really hits home, and it's very humbling to, to be a part of this. And, all right. So yeah, guys, let's,
shake it off, brother. Shake it off.
Shake that one off. And let's go through a couple of decodes.
From yours truly.
Well, yeah, but this one, and there's going to be another one later, but this one was with the assistance of our good friend in the UK, Miss Penny Black.
Boom.
Check it out, guys. So Miss Penny caught that at the very start of this video, where Trump is talking about the Golden Dome for America, he's talking about the defense, the missile. Geez, I don't have it in front of me. Let me see if I have it.
There it is.
Cutting edge missile defense shield. That's what he's talking about. Cutting edge missile defense shield. So what was interesting to me was the drop number showing the last four digits. You mirror that, you get 1747, which is a pretty big Pretty long drop
1747.
right there. Yeah.
1747.
And when you scroll down, it's talking about unauthorized missiles fired.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So that brings you back to the time where they shot a missile towards Marine One, Air Force One, right?
Yep. Which we see thanks to
Yes.
drop 1728, the hours and minutes. So that is also talking about those unauthorized missiles
Mm-hmm.
that were fired. Well, missile in that case, right?
While
And
Trump was on Air Force One.
yeah, getting attacked. And 5:28 p.m. is a drop that says you and your families are safe.
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking about the Golden Dome, which is to protect America, keep you guys safe, right?
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, Miss Penny Black, for spotting
Oof, this is a good one, guys.
the missile.
Showing you the truth number, bringing you to the unauthorized missile fired. While his timestamp always also goes to the same moment in time when they shot a missile, try to shoot Air Force One out of the sky, guys. Talking about the Golden Dome, making sure this can never happen again. Well, back then it was the biggest threat to the American people. And he talks about the American people over here, right? I promised that the American people that I would build a cutting edge missile defense system, right? But again, it talks about the American people. Back then, when it was shot up, it was the biggest threat to the American people. But 8:25, guys, the PM timestamp is saying you and your families are safe. Promised, right? Beautiful. 3 days prior to that aircue, by the way, Derf. Just saying. Let's continue. My next piece is called.
The next piece is called. This one is called 7-17-17.
Oh.
Or I titled it private for some reason. You'll see why. So 7:17 p.m. right? He is posting about Daryl Nirenberg having 40 years of foreign policy experience, etc., etc. So, where do we start? Let's start, with the truth number. Why not? Ending with 7473. And mirroring that gives us 3747. 3747 is a nice picture of Dan Scavino. Thank you, Dan, by the way. Dan Scavino and Donald Trump, the meme is saying, and when you finish typing, just sign it Q+. This is a response from Q where an Anon is saying, toying with the enemy, don't get smug, right? And yeah, we see right there the 40 years of foreign policy. Well, drop 40 is giving us 41020. And 41020, we know, is Donald Trump. Now, there was a delta for that day in the middle that dropped 4298. What I thought was interesting was the minutes and seconds doubling.
All right.
So
yes.
We've got 7:08:08, just as Trump was posting at 7:17:17. You add the 17, you get an 8, right? So you got a little correlation there. That one drop 4298 is saying ask and you shall receive. So, let's see. That right there is the character count and the spaces. No, the words. I'm sorry, the words. 90 words in that drop. well, in that post. My apologies. Jesus. So 90 words, 583 characters. And the 90 gives us, okay, we just need Q to come back and confirm now, right? While the delta for the day was saying, ask and you shall receive.
Mm-hmm.
And there he is saying, just sign it Q plus,
Mm-hmm.
or 1020. And 583, the character count, 583 talks about private exchange last. Right? And right above, we've got 7:17 p.m. And that gives us private clowns.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, you look at the minutes and seconds, 1717. We've got, do you understand what is happening? Think optics.
Mm-hmm.
Now, remember this line, guys, because it's coming back. Do you understand what is happening? It's going to come back in maybe a day or two, right? Because we're on the 20th right now. We're on last Tuesday. And now we're moving on to the 21st, right? Oh, no, wait. My apologies. That's later that night, the 20th. So here we have rapid response. We love these guys, giving us so much to work with, right? So they're posting, attention patriots. Can you help us get to 1 million followers? We're almost there. Follow at Rapid Response 47. Now, the funny thing is, when you put it into that character count site, it gives you 17 words. So it is counting the little emoji at first, before the attention.
Mm-hmm.
It's counting that as a word. So this is not me saying, I'm not making stuff up. This is, copy pasted, right? So what do we have? 10:28 p.m. We have a 5x5 by Q plus, right? And I thought it was interesting also the time that this was posted on April 5th, 2018 at 1:10 in the morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
And 10:28 is 22:28. So the military timestamp, it says 10-minute delta. And then you've got in the brackets less than 1, right? While rapid response is waiting to get 1 million followers, which, by the way, congrats. You guys, you reached that with no surprise. So congratulations on that. What else did we have? We had the minutes and seconds. The minutes and seconds was interesting because 2813 mirrored gives us 3182. 3182 says, thank you, Anons, for bringing this to our attention. Be careful who you follow. Follow the money. Follow the expenses.
Mm-hmm.
Follow Rapid Response 47, guys.
Boom. Winning.
And, I will say it just because I can. I've got the mic. No, but the thing with be careful who you follow. That's I've we've had discussions, Grasshopper and I, off show, and it's come back here and there. And I can tell you this one is the last drop that has be careful who you follow. And when you search for that on either Q Alerts or QAG, just keep in mind, one of them I think says be careful who you're following. So there's a couple that are, how can I say, they're like modified a little bit. But yeah, this one I'm pretty sure it is the last one. Now, what we're looking at on the right side here is the next morning on the 21st. Their first post of the day is talking about, I'm pretty sure it was the first post. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, guys. But I'm pretty sure this was the first post, and they're saying Rep Presley is lying as usual about the one big beautiful bill. You know, talking about that one big beautiful bill. And here I noted the 3, the 8, and the 15, which gives us 3815. And what happens when people learn the truth? What happens when people wake up? They will not be able to walk down the street. The Great Awakening.
Mm-hmm.
So enough to, good enough to point it out. But actually, you know what? One thing I did miss on that one, if you scroll up just a little bit, that's actually a 10-second video that they posted, which goes back to the 2228 having the 10-minute delta. All right, and this was again rapid response, giving us a 5-year to the minute delta. And this one was kind of nice. Well, I mean, aren't they all? But well, what's nice about this one is they're talking about national security threats, right? They're posting a 1-minute, 31-second clip. And if you look up drop 131, it's talking about POTUS, National Security E-Briefing, 3:02 a.m. Well, there you go, national security. And if we mirror 10:31 a.m., we get 13:01. This one says no coincidences. So hitting a 5-year delta to the minute, these guys, if you keep an eye on them every so often, they'll hit one, and sometimes they'll even hit 2 in the same day. Right? As we're going to see on the next one. This one was at 1:44 p.m., guys. And if you zoom into the delta drop, I took that one from Q alerts so that we could see the PM timestamp, and we can see 1:44 and 41 seconds. So the 1:44 is mirrored with the seconds, right? And this one is let me see. It's let me see. Okay, we had the so I'm sorry, guys. The hours and the minutes in the middle. The hours and the minutes mirrored gives us 4431. And this is a Twitter link where it says, "Do you see what is happening?" Now scroll up a little bit so that we can see the post above. The second paragraph is what is really worth noting. So this is the poster who's saying, "This is nuts. Our media is a far left activist group that wants a race war and cultural revolution." That's where we are. And now go look at what Rapid Response posted. Rapid Response is saying Democrats are upset that the one big beautiful bill includes funding for a missile defense system, modern military weaponry, and a border wall to keep Americans safe. Right?
Yeah.
Democrats, and that Twitter post, he's saying our media is a far left activist group. So, so they're hitting a 0 to the minute delta, and they're pointing to a drop with the hours and minutes mirrored that is basically saying the same thing that they're posting. That's kind of, it's kind of interesting, right? The other thing interesting here is the middle. So this was posted at 13:44:09. And I like it, I like it when I see when I use the middle and you see the 9 at the end, that means like they couldn't have waited one more second. It would have
Yeah.
changed. So when we look at drop 3440, that's one of those very special drops, talking about what are the frickin' odds on this QAnon. Where we go one, we go all. The QAnon baby, right?
Like this drop was saying, right? Ask and you shall receive, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Q will be answered, right? The picture will be the signifier. The signifier will force the Q, and the Q will be answered. Where we go one, we go all. Ask and you shall receive. Sign it, Q+. I like it.
Yeah, and we've got also 1344 right under there. Talking about no comms made outside of this platform, while 3440 is talking about well outside, right? What are the frickin' odds? Well outside. We've got any claims that contradict the above should be considered fake news. Well, that drop, or that post, I should say, from the New York Times, that's pretty fake news, right? And then we also have a where we go one, we go all, which we have right beside the QAnon baby right there. And it ends with Patriots. So does 3440. Ends with Patriots. How many coincidences before mathematically impossible? So, again, rapid
response and Patriots, guys.
So yeah, these guys, rapid response, they're really something else, right? And here we see them again. This is again later on the 21st. They posted at 2:17 p.m. And what they did is they posted the whole video where Trump was confronting South African President Cyril Ramaphosa's denial of the shocking treatment of the white farmers, right? And so here we get another 1717 in the minutes and seconds. Do you understand what is happening? We just saw this, right? And then 4420, the length of the video. Do you see what is happening? Which it's kind of cool. Also kind of cool, I didn't really point it out, but the reposts, the bookmarks. If you look at the bottom left of the picture. Yeah, it's a couple of 17s here and there, right? Now this is getting fun, guys, because Trump here posted at 5:08:07 and 5:08. Guys.
Oh, yes.
The timing in between tweets, the missing and replaced letters. Trump himself is speaking to us, right? And what we have right beside is 8:07 from the minutes and seconds. And the 8:07 mentions he hears us, One drop is saying he hears us. The other one is saying Trump himself is speaking to us. So he's speaking to us and he's hearing us. So are we having a conversation here? You are learning our comms.
Beautiful. Plausible deniability to the world, yet ultimate confirmation to us, guys. This is why you're all here. QAnon 17, right? We love you, sister. Breston 1, great to see you. Jos Reinders just joined us. Derfman, beautiful decodes, man. Look at this.
And
oh, yeah.
This one also has, the post number mirrored gives us 2947. And when we look at 2947, this is a huge one. At what point is it mathematically impossible? Boom. And this is Just a very, very small, not fancy at all, no squiggly lines or anything, right? Just showing you how both Q and Trump posted at 7:02 p.m. on March 3rd. So at what point is it statistically impossible? All these coincidences happening, right? Well, we've got a few more here where this happened just a little bit later. So Trump reposted that post that he'd done at 5:08. He reposted it with a short little video where in the header you see "Make America Healthy Again." And what I thought was interesting was that this was exactly 10 minutes off of a delta for the day. A delta that mentions D class, right? So to the second, it's exactly 10 minutes. And then what happened?
1729, 1719, and 23 seconds, guys. To the second. 10-minute delta.
Yeah, and I guess those that post number 7493 turns into 3947, and there's a little "where we go one we go all." And then later that night, the White House posted on Truth Social, and they started off with "Make America Healthy Again." And what they did is they posted at 21:43 p.m. And that shows us a beautiful graphic with a zero delta showing exactly 10 seconds between Trump and Q.
Boom. Beautiful, guys.
I thought the tens was interesting enough to put that together, right?
So 10 minutes separated from a to the second delta. He's dropping to the second. Only 10 minutes separated. 1719, 1729. D class. Make America Healthy Again. Then the Trump White House comes out, dropping at 21:43, showing you a zero delta, 10 seconds separated from one another, right? Dan is to blame, guys. We love you, Dan. Two devices hold, pressed at the same time, device lag or feed aside, delay, guys. That beautiful moment in time, guys, where Q was saying, come on, guys, CDT, EDT, both should be in the same timestamp. Then the annals went back, made it again, and Q was saying, you got it. This is how we like it, right? Awesome stuff, guys. And this was due to, a request, right, from the annals. The annals were saying, no, POTUS hasn't tweeted yet today. Q, how about a nice zero delta to encourage annons, guys? So Trump is dropping 10 minutes separated from a 7-year delta. And then the White House, the Trump White House comes out and drops, indeed, showing, yes, guys, 10 minutes is on purpose. Here is the 10-second delta, zero delta. Again, guys, like we had before, somewhere over here, we had those 10-minute deltas, right? This was back in, this was back in the 5th. I think 5 days later, right? This is 5 days. No, the 22nd. This was 2 days later. So this was May 20th. We had the 10-minute delta. And then 2 days later, Trump was hitting a 10-minute delta, guys. 10-minute delta, 7-year delta. And then the White House comes out, dropping at 21:43, showing you a 10-second delta, guys. Count down D class. Make America great again. Man, if your head is spinning, just wait until you see this. It comes back, guys.
I sure hope you guys are enjoying this little picture being painted.
Derfman is bringing the cake, guys.
This was, yeah, this, when I saw that, I was just, yeah, you know, this is one of those moments where I'm taking screenshots and they're piling up. And so, yeah, so what we have here is Rapid Response coming out May 23rd. Now,
the next day, right? So we are on the 22nd here, right? The very next day, guys. Rapid Response dropped this.
posting at 7:08:09.
Boom.
And if we mirror the minutes and seconds, we get a little oh, sorry. Well, yeah, let's start there. 8:07, because they did post at 8:07. So 7:08 and 8:07. Right? And we got the little he hears us in 8:07, which we saw earlier, right? And yeah, the minutes and seconds mirrored here, we get 9:08. 9:08 says this is big. Oh, what's Rapid Response doing? They're showing us the Trump post from 5:43 a.m. where he ends with, "This could lead to something big." And we saw from Grasshopper's decodes that 543 is the Great Awakening, right? But what I thought was interesting was how, you know, Trump's post is mentioning Russia, Ukraine. 908 is mentioning Australia. So then what we looked at was, let me see, we looked at the time in between Trump's post and Rapid Response's first post at 7:08. So what we have here is an hour and 25 minutes, or 1.417 hours. Oh man, that's where that 4 went. Sorry. And yeah, 5,100 seconds. 51 says, "Dear Patriot, we hear you." He hears us, guys. So
708, 807. I hear you. He hears us. We hear you. Wow. One nation under God. Beautiful. Continue.
yeah, and I mean, it does also mention, "Rest assured, POTUS is backed by the absolute finest people alive who are all dedicated to the eradication of evil and corruption from the US/world." That's where I thought it was interesting that it's mentioning Russia, Ukraine, Australia. So, you know, the world is there, the US. Well, you guys are here, right? And then, you know what? Hold on. Give me a second. Can you go back? Go back to that last one and can you check the comments? And yeah, if you click on that, this is just to show you guys that the next morning now, the 24th, this is General Flynn posting at 7:08 in the morning. So we had Trump, we had Rapid Response, and then the next day, General Flynn joins in and posts at 7:08 in the morning. So let me get this straight. You're mad at the guy who found all the fraud and theft, but not at the people who wasted and ...
Boom.
Yeah, guys. So then this is the 23rd. So this was later in the morning. Well, technically not later. I guess you can say later, right? Yeah, 7:19. Jeez, sorry guys. So while Rapid Response was posting at 7:08 and 8:07, we had Trump posting at 7:19 and 43 seconds, and he followed it up at 7:43 and 43 seconds. Before I continue, though, this is all Miss Penny's work right here.
Yes. Shout out to Miss Penny, guys.
Yeah, she, like, I put the graphic together. It was it was challenging to say the least, and there was one point where I even forgot one of the things, and it actually threw it all off. And then when I put it in and I started messing around, it just gelled by itself. So yeah, this is all Miss Penny, and this is a heck of a couple of posts. So on the first post at 7:19, Trump is doing an extra space between United and States of America. But more importantly, he's adding an extra R on the last line. Instead of saying thank you for your attention, it's saying thank your for your attention to this matter. Miss Penny saw that the R was the 299th character. And look at drop 299, which I had to modify to make it fit, because that's another thing. I had to modify that one, and I think it was 734. But 299 has an R in the kill brackets. How about that, right? Thank you for your attention to this matter. Now, the next post that he did at 7:43, look at the last line. He also ends with thank you for your attention to this matter. Doesn't make that mistake there, but yeah, he adds an extra S this time. So saying unjustified lawsuits against Americans' companies. So clearly that S does not belong. And what Miss Penny did is found that the S was the 326th character. And wouldn't you know it, drop 326 has false flags with the S in the brackets. So we've got an
Expect fireworks.
Yeah. Talk about fireworks, right? We've got an S in the brackets, and we've got an R in the kill brackets.
It looks like an extra space, if I'm not mistaken. But again, that might be my eyes.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no, but I'm just going by recollection.
Because that's because the one has a little thing like this, right? So it looks like a lot of space. Instead, it's just one, right? Just like the T has that same optical effect where you think it's two, but it's actually one, right? Just like the A is good, right? The W is good. But again, when you have a one like this, it looks like two. Or when you have a T like this, it looks like two, but it's just one, right? Just like here. Instead, United States, you see one, but this looks like two, but it isn't.
Yeah. But yeah, that one, I'm pretty sure was pretty straight in terms of the spaces. But in terms of the characters now, the second drop, the character count is 734 with 117 words. What a coincidence. 734. What a coincidence. 117 words, right? And then look at the minutes and seconds, 43:43 mirrored. We get 34:34, which is a week to remember. And then what do we have right above that? We've got 14:40, the amount of seconds between both posts. 24 minutes and 0 seconds. That gives us 1440 seconds. And there you go. Boom, 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 boom. A week to remember, guys.
Shout out to Miss Penny Black, guys.
Yeah.
Our genius sister,
Yeah.
Miss Penny, we love you.
That
you are genius. She is genius, guys.
Yeah, you know, there's the here I just for you guys in the chat, I just posted it.
Yes,
If you
gotcha.
want to give it a like and also give her a follow as well.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was just posting it for the people in the chat here.
Look at Trucy. You know, you two are a great team. Well, awesome, guys. Miss Penny, dude, Miss
Yeah.
Penny, we love you. You know,
Well, yeah, the brains on this one is 100% Miss Penny.
Mhm.
So, I won't take credit on this one. She saw the whole thing, the minutes and seconds being mirrored with the time in between, a week to remember.
And this is making me so happy, right? Because this is why we're doing these shows, right? Some of us, are not, but they see it, and then they reach out and, help us make it, So if you can't make it yourself and you see something of interest, please let us know. At the moment, I'm running a, renovation. I got a little baby coming up. I busted my shoulder. I got a surgery on the way. So, my hands are tied at the moment, but give it up for Miss Penny Black, Lance and Derfman, and Jordy, brother. Give it up for Jordy. We love him. Trucy sometimes, she are catching these things. And give it up for our women patrons out there. You guys are you guys are astounding me every single time. It's that little touch, right? It's when you clean your room, right? And then your girlfriend comes in, and I don't know what they're doing. You think you cleaned it up, but then, a woman's touch gets through there and it's, man, I don't know how you guys do it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, not much more to add to that. So, so, so on this one, we have Elon hitting
Elon, Cacius Maximus.
And he's not hitting a to the minute delta here. He is posting in between two deltas for May 23rd.
Uh-huh.
So, we could start with the time that he posted it, which was 10:40, 10:24. Sorry, guys. Yeah, but scroll down to the bottom left of the picture. Yeah, because we got the PM timestamp here. Mirrored gives us 4201, and that's Panic in DC, right? With the header, they never thought she would lose.
Ooh.
Panic in DC, enjoy the show.
All right.
Uh-huh. And right beside it,
she would lose.
There she is. That's right. Good call. So there's May 23rd, 2019, May 23rd, 2025. And we see 1024, 1025, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this one mentions enjoy the show. It mentions QAnon. We see FISA-gate, which is from the previous post, 3345.
Mm-hmm.
And in that one, we see Hillary featured, and we see her right there as well in the tarmac. Now, what I thought was also interesting here is the mention of the QAnon baby.
Mm-hmm.
He pops up in the minutes and seconds, 2402, which is saying eyes on VIP Patriot. And this is a link to, I guess, the mother of the QAnon baby.
Mountain Miner. The Mountain Miner, the purpose of profit.
Starts off with a hashtag QAnon, which, funny enough, we also see, if you scroll down just a tiny bit, We see it also in 3346, QAnon.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got hashtag QAnon. We are upfront and carrying the QAnon baby. And there we go. Q ends up, finding the tweet and posting eyes on VIP Patriot.
Yes. Great shirt.
Yeah.
Those parentheses are perfect, man. Okay.
Yeah. Where we going, we go all.
Amen. Beautiful. 5-8. They never thought she would lose. Now they all lose. Okay, guys. Enjoy the show. Eyes on VIP Patriot.
And this one, this is my last one for now, because I don't even remember if I showed you Grasshopper. I know we talked about it, but we're going to see something that that Lance worked on that I was also working to put together, which I didn't finish. But so, all that to say that for now, this is the last one, if you will. And we saw George Papadopoulos on May 25th saying President Trump declassified these files over a month ago. Their release is being stonewalled again. And this was posted at 5:54 p.m., right? And when we see 5:54, mirrored is 4:55, which is a drop that says 5 minutes, right? Talking about markers.
Timestamps have meaning.
Timestamps definitely have meaning. Damn, I should have highlighted that one too. What else we have here? We have...
Oh, dude. And by the way, the graphic should be in the same time zone, right? Oh. This is the drop that I was talking about regarding Trump dropping the whole storm thing, right? Right over here. Let me see. Where is it? This one.
That one.
No. Shit.
The Zero Delta. That one.
Yeah. This one. Yes.
No. The one right before. Just before. Next one. That one. No. Next one.
Not yeah.
That one.
No, the other one. Yes, this one. Yes. So this was when Central Time and Eastern Time were just all mixed up, and Q was saying, "Come on, guys. We need the graphics should be in the same time zone. Come on, guys. Delta is relevant. 5 today, 10 past, 15 past, but 5 minutes, guys. Let Derfman tell you what is up here, because George Papadopoulos, man, Mr. Crossfire Hurricane himself, is showing you something here.
And he's showing us all in mirrors.
So 455, 3457. Derfman, take the mic.
Yeah, 3457 is showing us a nice watch with a nice reflection on it, right? Why do we look at mirrors, guys? Because reflections are important. And there we
look
see...
closely, guys. Who do you see in this reflection? A black suit? Look at this. There is Donald Trump, guys. It's his watch, we know, but you can also see him in the reflection. The hair, the ear. Just look up the drop, guys, and zoom in. But guys, Derfman spotted this. What time is it?
Yeah, seems like 4:49, doesn't it?
It's just 10 minutes before 5, right?
Yeah. Or we could say 5 minutes difference between the time that George posted. 4:49, 5:54.
Yes.
We got a little 5 minutes there, where again 455 was telling us about a 5 minutes little marker. And
if you look close enough, you might see, guys, the mirrors, guys, the reflections, right? Come on, guys. The mirrors and the reflection. 554-455. The reflection 175439. The reflection 3457. Showing you 4:49, 5 minutes before 5:54. Boom.
Yep.
Wow. That is stunning, man.
Oh, hey, Grass. Actually,
yes.
You know what? I don't know if yeah, let's do it. If you go back on the last one, the Elon one.
Same day, right?
This was
12:23. Oh, no, this is 5:23, sorry.
Yeah, no, those were the deltas. But if you go in the comments on that post, pretty sure it's on that post. Yeah. I posted this one at 1:31 a.m. yesterday. And at 12:26 p.m., Dan Scavino did a little repost of our good friends at Rapid Response 47, where they were showing a little video. And Rapid Response just so happened to have posted at 11:31 as well.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely not planned, but it seems like we had a little zero delta while I was posting about, not quite a zero delta, plus minus 1 minute. But
awesome.
Rapid Response. Jeez. We love these guys.
Okay, Derfman. So those were epic decodes, guys. Look at Derfman stepping up to the plate, guys. While Grass is, running into a wall, trying to, get the renovation done before Little Grass is coming, guys. So Derfman is stepping up to the plate. Miss Penny is stepping up to the plate. Lance is stepping up to the plate. And Jordy M is stepping up to the plate, guys. We love you to the moon and back. We still got 1 hour and 15 minutes to go, guys. Let me run you through a few of these decodes and go through the Trump event and then play some music of our beloved RQ Derfman. This is a video that Lance made us, guys. Lance, do you want to speak this one into existence?
Into existence? Sure.
Yes.
So
it's the de-esser, guys. It's I have to adjust my de-esser.
So P. Hexa gave such a great speech that I had to put together a video for this one. So yeah, I just put together a video over his speech, and yeah, man, he gave a really good speech. I know POTUS did too, you know what I mean? But like I explained in the beginning of our show, right, that we kind of leave those to our show to decode, right? So maybe after we watch it, I'll make one for him.
Okay, guys. Here we go. Lance on his epic quest. Give him a follow, guys. If you're not already, let me drop it in the chat. There you go, guys. Boom time. We love her. Lance on his epic quest.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today to remember our fallen warriors. We gather here to honor our very best, gone in their youth. To properly do so, we understand who they are and what they fought for. It is our simple duty to them. Throughout time, civilizations have honored the powerful, the well-connected, and the well-born. Emperors and kings have built magnificent shrines to their own royal great. Yet in America, with our great experiment in self-government, it is fitting that the most honored and closely guarded tomb in the land is that of an anonymous soldier of an unknown rank. When the first unknown soldier was selected for burial in 1921, he laid in state at the Capitol Rotunda. throngs of Americans paid their respects. When the tomb was dedicated on November 11th, Veterans Day, the unknown received the Medal of Honor. It's a uniquely American tradition that we honor anonymous sacrifice above worldly greatness. While we don't know the unknown's identity, race, or creed, we know his story. It's the story of every soldier, every warrior. It's a simple story, as old as war. A young man with hopes and dreams and loves, who's called by his country, leaves behind his hometown, his parents, his siblings, his sweetheart, all that he knows, to go fight a war that he may or may not understand. He's called to go through hell and back, to sleep in a trench, to eat out of a tin cup or on the hood of a Humvee, to pray as bullets and bombs thunder around him, to fear for the bullet or the mortar or the IED or the RPG with his name on it. He does it willingly and stoically because he loves his country, his brothers in arms, and his family. This is the story of the unknown.
Beautiful, guys. Lance, what a video. Well done, my friend.
What
Beautiful.
a speech, right? Like, man.
Wow.
But yeah, I like I said, there's just some speeches you hear, right, where you're like, oh, here we go. And I was just gonna put his, like, just him doing the speech over it, but of course you know how stuff evolves as you're making a video, right? And then boom, voila.
Absolutely, guys. So well done, Lance. Thank you so much for always making those epic videos, guys. Trump signing executive orders, guys. At 1811, showing us QAnon, pro-POTUS conspiracy theory. What a wonderful day. Beautiful. At the Oval Office with the Resolute desk, guys. And there is 11:23, the minutes a second, showing you who is standing next to POTUS, cleaning a house. Out they go. A clean house is very important, guys. One-on-one, guys. Trump is making sure to tell us he's using the timestamps to point at significant moments in time. And there is transparency brings accountability. Let's listen to this wonderful Senator Kennedy, guys.
Period between the time that President Trump was elected and President Biden left office. Is that right?
That is correct.
And during that short period of time, 76 days, how much taxpayer money went out the door of the Department of Energy?
From the Loan Program Office in loans and commitments, $93 billion.
$93 billion with a B.
Well over twice as much as in the previous 15 years. So,
how do you vet and do due diligence on a loan in 76 days? One loan, much less $93 billion. How do you do it?
I think it's probably pretty clear it wasn't done in many cases. As I mentioned, I'm told I'm holding back clearly in place stuff. There is lots of funds that have gone out the door and commitments that were made from businesses that provided no business plan, no numbers about their own financial solvency or how this project
So you're telling me that the Department of Energy, in the 76-day period before their boss was going to leave office, gave or loaned money to entities that had no business plan?
Correct.
No financials?
Correct. A number of those were were before the 76-day period as well. I've come in with great concern about how this institution, this great American institution, has been run and how American taxpayer money has been handled.
Okay, let's go to the conclusion.
Let me go back to how many employees you have. Now, there have been some allegations today that you've cut tens of thousands of employees. Is that accurate?
Well, I think the allegations were thousands, and
okay.
Our head count will ultimately be reduced by thousands, but we are doing it
You've
slowly.
got 16,000 now,
Yes,
and you think you can do it with fewer than 16,000.
correct.
What's wrong with that?
I think it's just common sense business.
Yeah. Businesses do it every day in the real world.
American taxpayers deserve it.
That's never happened in the federal government. I mean, it's easier to divorce your spouse than to get rid of a federal employee up here. That's not the way the world works, is it, Mr. Secretary?
It's not the way the world should work. And I give enormous credit to President Trump, who had the boldness to say, if there's a right thing that needs to be done and it's difficult, please do it.
That brings you back to the drop, remember? You know, how's the thing called? To reward good workers and remove federal employees who undermine the public trust or fail the American people, right? Interesting. He's thanking Trump for having the boldness to do it. And let's continue.
And so, yes, this is new territory. This is not what happens normally in the federal government, but it is what needs to happen periodically in the federal government. And I give the credit to President Trump, who's willing to take the heat and has set the departments free. Make the changes you need to make to better serve American taxpayers and American consumers. And across his administration, that's what's being done.
All right. On that note, I just wanted to clear that up, Mr. Secretary, because I don't know you to be a person who doesn't return his phone calls.
Okay, guys. So I wanted to look up that drop. Do we have it?
I'm sorry, which drop?
No worries. Let me see. It's that drop regarding let me see. My QX is acting up. So it's drop 650, guys. Again, let's go to drop 650. Let me show you. Drop 650.
So shiny.
650 is saying, I call on Congress to empower every cabinet secretary with the authority to reward good workers and remove federal employees who undermine the public trust or fail the American people, guys. Remember, this is, again, that 131 drop. Beautiful, guys. January 31st, call on Congress, to remove federal employees who undermine the public trust or fail the American people. Just like he said, right?
That's our job, and we're doing it. But there's a lot of chaff.
Let me ask you one
Incredible
that,
plans.
and you're trying to separate the wheat from the chaff.
Yes, that's what we're trying to do. That's our job, and we're doing it. But there's a lot of chaff.
Let me ask you one final question. Let me go back to how many employees you have. Now, there have been some allegations today that you've cut tens of thousands of employees.
Boom, there's the drop, guys. You've heard it, right? We don't have to play it again. But again, this drop is epic, guys. They're going through it as we speak. And big shout out to Donald J. Trump for having the boldness to do it, guys. $93 billion, guys. What is up in just 76 days when Trump was coming in and Biden was moving out, guys. Ridiculous. Read from the chaff. Absolutely, Mag. Okay, guys, let's continue. Here's Grassley, guys, dropping a big one. I showed you corn at the 3-leaf stage. Remember, 10 days, right? Talking about the corn. And when you look at the field, right, and you put, I just showed you because, let me see. Chuck Grassley dropped this at 738. 738 is bringing us to this drop. Release prior to cover-up. Public informed. More related to the 60-40%, right? So they were upscaling how much is going to be exposed publicly and how much should stay, covert, right? Q was then bumping it up to 60-40, right? So we can see the field, right? It's almost like, showing you almost, a little bit more, right? A little bit more than 60% and a little bit less than 40%, right? Just a little bit shy of 3.5, almost like 35% covert and 65% public, right? The corn harvest, right? And we know all about what this is, right? Corny or comey, right? Look at this. Corn at 3-leaf stage. Drop 3 is saying, open your eyes. Comey, history will, ... right? History will catch up on you because POTUS has everything. Prior to clean out bad actors to unite people behind the American First agenda, many in our government worship the devil, guys. Where is Hillary Clinton? And again, the 10 days brings you back to remember, the FBI and military intelligence have an open investigation into the Clinton Foundation. Why did Comey drop this? Who was the FBI director during the Haiti crisis? How many kids disappeared? Where is Hillary Clinton, right? Many in our government worship the devil. Well, what does drop 10 talk about? Again, good people were forced into bed with this evil under personal and family threats. Could you live with yourself, helping to cover for such evil and despicable acts if given a safe way out? These people worship the devil, as some openly show it, guys. So interesting that those 2 drops, the 3-leaf stage, and remember the 10 days. While this 10 days is saying, remember the FBI, the cornfield, corn watch. This is huge, guys. 738, 60-40. Well, we have a little bit more, guys. We got 65-35, right? So it's more public. Again, guys, this will all lead up to the White Swan event, guys. Let me walk you through this. Again, guys, big developments, Secret Service at Obama's house. Tensions are flaring, guys. Obama, it all roads lead to Obama, right? That we have from Donald J. Trump. Let me see. Do we have it somewhere? All roads lead to Obama. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. All roads lead to Obama. Read truth if you want public military tribunals. Interesting, guys. Protect us from the evil one. Yeah, so we can see that international, that countries are helping out America, right? So this is a beautiful teamwork makes dream work, guys. Shout out to the Royal Navy in the UK catching all that drugs. And there's the White Swan event. Like Trump was saying, I always said that golf can be dangerous, can be a dangerous sport. My friend being bit at Bedminster, right? White Swan. And Trucy was laughing, guys. She's, but again, guys, 1057, where is Hillary Clinton, right? Think about the Clinton Foundation, how many kids disappeared. Remember? There it is. How many kids disappeared, right? Who was the FBI director during the Haiti crisis? How many kids disappeared? These people worship the devil, right? So the White Swan event was dropped at 1057. This is showing you trafficking in plain sight. And this analyst saying, what the F are we looking at here, right? Look at this trafficking in plain sight. Well, Q is saying, report to the FBI and DOJ. Watch what happens. Spotlight. Risk the end. Well, what is a White Swan event? A White Swan event is a highly predictable, significant event and clear precursor. It is foreseeable with obvious trends and patterns. Pre-announced, So he is pre-announced, and Trump is saying, I always said that golf can be a dangerous sport, right? So it's foreseeable, it's pre-announced, it's a clear precursor of a highly predictable, significant event, guys. We all know where this is going. So we So this was dropped at 10:57, right? Later that day, guys, at 18:32, Trump is dropping this. A 1 minute and 41 second clip. Crumbs dropped will soon paint a full picture. You know, a foreseeable with clear precursors, pre-announced, an obvious trend, seeing the patterns, right? The crumbs dropped will soon paint a full picture. The picture will open the eyes of the world. What did we have over here? Open your eyes, right? There it is. Open your eyes. The FBI director, Comey, where is Hillary? Comey dropped the investigation as FBI director while those kids were disappearing, right? In Haiti, worshipping the devil, right? And there it is. The picture will open the eyes of the world. You know, let me go here to 1332. Why are the children in Haiti in high demand? How are they smuggled out? The adoption process. Tracked donations to the Clinton Foundation. The choice to know will be yours. Who are we taught to trust the most? This will not be easy. The end, guys. Haiti. You know, it will not be safe for them to walk down the street. How many in Washington and those around the world in power worship the devil? The world is watching. Open the eyes of the world, guys. See what's going on here. You know, these people worship the devil. Many in our government worship the devil. Where's Hillary Clinton? Haiti, right? Right over here. How many kids disappeared? There is Haiti, right? And right over here, guys, Trump drops will paint a full picture. The picture will open the eyes of the world. Many in our government worship the devil. The kids, guys, in Haiti. Why are the children in Haiti in high demand? Interesting, guys. The minutes and seconds, 2:06. Can't wait for the green light. Teams on standby. Clear, you know, pre-announced, foreseeable, clear precursors, right? High demand. Operators are standing by. Can't wait for the green light, guys. Again, interesting how this is all making sense. As we had, you know, Comey dropping that warning to Trump, right?
Knows what that. He knew exactly what that meant. A child knows what that meant. If you're the FBI director and you don't know what that meant assassination. And it says it loud and clear. Now, he wasn't very competent, but he was enough to know what that meant. And he did it for a reason, and he was hit so hard. Because people like me, and they like what's happening with our country. Our country has become respected again, and all this. And he's calling for the assassination of the president.
Obviously, he apologized and said he doesn't.
Well, he
wasn't
apologized
calling
because
for violence. But
look, he's a very bad.
What do you want to see happen? What do you want to see happen?
I don't want to take a position.
Don't talk over Trump,
it's
buddy.
It's going to be up to Pam and all of the great people. But I will say this: I think it's a terrible thing. And when you add his history to that, if he had a clean history, he does.
And again, guys, remember this: POTUS will not be addressing the nation when any of these people begin to get indicted, right? He's saying, I'm not doing anything. I'll leave it up to Pam Bondi, to Cash Patel. It's up to them. You know, I just gave them the job. They do whatever they see fit, right? Let justice be served. You know, Trump will not be announcing like, yeah, get him, right? Put him into jail. You know, it has to be done right according to the rule of law. Listen to this.
History to that. If he had a clean, and I will say this, I think, and all of it on it, because
what do you want to see happen?
He is a very bad.
What do you want to see happen? What do you want to see happen?
I don't want to take a position on it because that's going to be up to Pam and all of the great people. But I will say this, I think it's a terrible thing. And when you add his history to that, if he had a clean history, he doesn't. He's a dirty cop. He's a dirty cop. And if he had a clean history, I could understand if there was a leniency. But I'm going to let them make that decision.
Okay, guys. You know, like we showed you, the threat, 86-47. James Comey, like we showed you over here. You know, wait a minute. Where were we? You know, wait a minute. Right over here. Why did Comey drop this? An open investigation into the Clinton Foundation regarding the kids in Haiti. Why did Comey drop this? He's a dirty cop, guys. Many in our government worship the devil, as we could see right over here. Again, so when this happened, we had Comey over here. And then there it says, right? I can assure you, Mr. Comey, he knows he's going to be indicted. POTUS will not be addressing the nation as people begin to get indicted. Another 3-second clip posted by Dan Scavino at 23:30 going into Comey. He knows he's going to be indicted, but POTUS will not be addressed in the nation. It's up to Kash Patel and Pam Bondi, guys. Again, interesting timeline that we're on. Talking about the White Swan event that we all know is going to come, guys, because Kash Patel will soon release, another bunch of these Crossfire Hurricane files. Let me see where it is. Beep, beep, beep. There it is. Because these files were hidden by the previous FBI directors, guys, FBI Director Kash announced that by the end of the month, he'll be releasing through Congress a new batch of Crossfire Hurricane Russiagate documents that were hidden by the prior FBI leadership, guys, aka James Comey. White Swan event, we all know what is coming down, guys, and we all know where this is going to lead, guys. Human trafficking, the hot dog and pizza administration of Obama, guys. And again, the White House is more and more tweeting like Q is dropping, right? Freedom isn't free. God bless America, guys. This could almost be a Q drop, right? Remember those really short and sweet Q drops? Freedom isn't free. God bless America, guys. Posted on a beautiful Delta, guys. We rise or we die. We the people, survival of a nation, right? Survival as a nation, beautiful, guys. All assets are deployed. We are at war. The future of our republic is at stake, guys. So beautiful. Okay, guys, I was getting a text. And there it is, guys. Here we go. FBI investigation into the cocaine discovered at the Biden White House. So big things are happening, guys. A beautiful decode from our beloved Lance on this epic quest. Lance, go ahead, my friend. 3-minute Dan. 3 minutes. I think Lance is doing something. So let me take the mic. So Lance got this epic decode, guys.
Oops, sorry.
Yes, there you are.
Yeah, so I noticed that this was the Delta for that day, and it had the shadow presidency, and you can see in the picture the shadow of him.
Yes.
Right? So very interesting. We had the shadow presidency. We know that's Boomer, right? So very, very, very interesting that the shadow was there.
At West Point, right?
Yeah, at West Point. Yep. So that's what I had done it at first, and then I looked again, and I was like, oh shoot, the shadow.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, done, very, very simple one, right? The shadow presidency. And
awesome, guys.
He was 3 minutes from the Delta, which is 3-minute Dan, right? 3-second Dan.
Interesting, so, yeah. Guys. Beautiful.
We had the 3 there again. So very, 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 very good one, Scabby.
Absolutely.
And Scabby's been posting a lot too, so it's hard to keep up with him as well, especially with 2 accounts, right?
And Lance, yes.
I was going to say that one was precisely 3 minutes and 13 seconds.
Okay. Let me see.
Yeah.
3:13, huh?
Yeah, 3:13.
That is dude. Come on, guys. Dude,
there's a little
there's your Barack Obama
for you.
Dude, there's your Barack Obama 3 minutes and 13 seconds away from when Dan Scavino posted it, spelling it out. Renegade. A
Mr.
person
Autopilot.
who deserts and betrays an organization, country, or set of principles They always knew. Barack Obama, the shadow presidency, Trump at West Point, hitting it out of the park, guys.
Nice one, Derf.
Yeah.
Well, Grass, if you want to pull up your DM, I did. Let me just make sure I'm sending you the right one, because I've done this before, right? Maybe even earlier in the show. So I'm sending you what we were discussing and what I'm trying to piece together here from you know, from what Lance found with the shadow presidency. So I had
oh yeah,
I think I had looked at the Truth Social post. Yeah, I was looking at the Truth Social post, and then I saw that Lance had made a comment on Scavino's Twitter, and I was like, oh my God, this is brilliant. Shadow presidency. And what I did here was we looked at some gap codes between, let's see, between the Twitter post and the delta. Then I did the. I want to make sure I get this right, guys. Sorry. Well, I did. Let's see, the Truth Social to the delta, the Twitter to the delta, and then the Twitter to the Truth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we look at 15:55:42 seconds, that's Truth to the delta. That's 1 minute and 1 second. And I actually got it down there. 101. Also, it says graphic confirmed, but it says the second to last line, BO.
Yes.
Right? And let's see, the 212 was from the Twitter to the Truth Social post. So time in between 2 minutes and 12 seconds. And then from the Twitter to the delta, as Lance pointed out, 3 minutes and 13 seconds.
Boom.
And what I thought was interesting was the 5:36 in the hour. If we mirror that, we get 6:35. 6:35 is showing, holy S, guys, we just got the 1 minute marker at your stations and ons.
Mm-hmm.
So the 1 minute marker was kind of interesting. And the drop at the top left is 35:51, which is the mirror of the Twitter hours and minutes, 15:30. And what I thought was interesting was, 3 second down. Well, there's a 3 in the brackets there.
Mm-hmm. 3 minutes, 3 seconds. Beautiful, guys. 101, 212, 313. Huh. What are the odds, guys? Graphic confirmed the shadow presidency, and, the delta. How beautiful, guys.
Yeah, I mean, really, really good catch on the shadow. Like, it's right there, right? Right on the picture. So
they always knew, guys. Renegade. So you didn't add that graphic to this one,
huh? Which one? The 313?
Yeah, you didn't add
No, I did not. And I'm not even sure if I had it screenshotted, but I think I will have to.
Mm-hmm.
Add some.
Okay, guys.
Add a little BO.
Absolutely. We still got 45 minutes left to send Derfman into the stratosphere, guys. But first, we got to go through, the speech of Trump. Yeah. So let's go through that one first. And then we have 15 minutes, I guess, of some nice little music. We're going to end the stream on YouTube and on X. So make your way into the Rumble feed shortly, guys. We still got to go through the Trump speech. Derfman, do you got it lined up? 18 minutes, right?
Yeah, it's the 18-minute one. I just
Let's
want to
go.
say, I'm sorry, I just want to say that we did have one Truth Social post from Donald Trump at 11:44 a.m.
Okay.
So far we have one drop during our show. And let me see.
What for? 11:44:23. Okay, let's have a look, guys. Donald J. Trump and Derf, bring up that thing already. So we still got some time for your beautiful music. 11:44. Twitter down, injection good. Vladimir Putin really bad. Okay, he's playing with fire, guys. Oh, baby. 44:11. Eric the Healer, great to see you, my friends. Richard Rohr, True Seeker is giving out another subscription. Sister, we love you to the moon and back. And Rick Hugh, welcome to the Rat Castle Club and True Seeker. We love you, sister. Go Lafayette, awesome to see you. And we saw some other. Okay.
Well,
let me see, guys. Kerry Cameron and Bastiat. Awesome to see you, brother. 1776. Let me see, guys. 44:30:23. 44:23.
Follow the pen.
All right.
President Trump Michigan rally, 7 p.m. Eastern. That's 32:44. 32:44 being the mirror of the minutes and seconds. That one's saying 1st and 10 at the 50.
Okay, he's playing with fire, guys. 44:11. The war is real. He's playing with fire. Okay, guys.
All right.
The news is fake. The war is real. So what is this talking about? A hat tip. Fake news alerts, Business Insider versus this. Okay, guys. Beautiful. Okay, Derf, line up the video. Let's get into...
It's in the chat.
Okay, guys. There it is, guys. True Social.
No. You'll have to scroll down.
Oh, Derf, sorry. There is Derfman. Okay, guys.
I don't know what that Truth Social was.
Let me please introduce your president, the people's president, the president who knows what these men and women, what they sacrifice for, and who honors them every single day in the job that he does, President Trump.
Give it up for Donald J. Trump at 12:10, guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Very special place and a very special day. Thank you to Vice President Vance, doing a terrific job. Thanks also to a man who has devoted his life to service members and veterans, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, who's doing really well. He went through a lot, didn't he? But he's doing really well. He's a tough cookie. That's what we want, is a tough cookie.
As the world turns.
And we're grateful to be joined as well by Chairman Kaine, terrific military person, members of the cabinet, members of Congress, members of the United States Armed Forces, veterans, and many other distinguished guests. We gather today to honor the incredible service members who rest in glory in this cemetery and burial grounds around the world and in 1,000 lonely places known only to God.
Interesting. Around the world, right? While the timestamp is showing us as the world turns, right? 12/11 around the world, guys. Let me see that again.
World and in glory in this cemetery and burial grounds around the world and
around the world, guys. 12/11 is showing us as the world turns, guys. As the world turns. Okay, guys, this is another beauty to screenshot, guys. There it is. Make your screenshot. Around the world as the world turns, guys. And M. Eagles, welcome to the Radcastle Club. Thank you so much for joining us, sister. We love you to the moon and back. Welcome to the Radcastle Club. M. Eagles, special patriot. Awesome to see you, my friend. And again, guys, make a screenshot. There it is. Around the world at 12/11 as the world turns.
1,000 lonely places known only to God. In every hour of peril, in every moment of crisis, American warriors have left behind the blessings of home and family to answer their nation's call. They've offered all that they had within them and given their last breaths to each and every one of us that we might live safe and breathe free. This morning we pay tribute to their immortal deeds. We share in the sorrow of their beloved families, and as one nation we give thanks for the ultimate gift they have so selflessly given to all of us. These warriors, and that's what they are, as great, great warriors, picked up their mantle of duty and service, knowing that to live for others meant always that they might die for others. They knew that. They asked nothing for it. They gave everything, and we owe them everything and much, much more.
Boom.
Each of the service members who have made the supreme sacrifice for our nation has also left an unfillable void and an unbreakable silence in the lives of all who love them. For the families of the fallen, you feel the absence of your heroes every day in the family. These are great families. These are wonderful families. In the familiar laugh no longer heard, the empty space at Sunday dinner, or the want of a hug or a pat on the back that will never come again. Every Gold Star family fights a battle long after the victory is won, and today we lift you up and we hold you high. Thank you, thank you, thank you for giving America the brightest light in your lives. It's what you've done. We will never, ever forget our fallen heroes, and we will never forget our debt to you. This Memorial Day is especially significant as we commemorate 250 years since the first American patriots fell on the field of battle. 2.5 centuries ago at Lexington Green, Concord Bridge, Bunker Hill, brave Minutemen and humble farm boys became the first to give their lives for a nation that did not yet have a name. With their deaths, men like John Brown, 23, Samuel Hadley, 28, and Abner Hosner, 21, ignited the flame of liberty that now lights the inspires everybody and the entire world. Those young men could never have known what their sacrifice would mean to us, but we certainly know what we owe to them. Their valor gave us the freest, greatest, and most noble republic ever to exist on the face of the earth, a republic that I am fixing after a long and hard 4 years. That was a hard 4 years we went through. Who would let that happen? People pouring through our borders unchecked, people doing things that are indescribable and not for today to discuss.
Whoa.
But the republic that is now doing so very well, we're doing so very well.
Dude, right? You know, did you hear what he just said at 12:15?
Now, indescribable and not for today to discuss.
Indescribable and not for today to discuss. At 12:15, Drop 12:15 is showing you James Alefantis, the pizza man himself. Planned for later, guys. Do you see that? Indescribable and not for today to discuss. Plans for later. Dude, you know, the election interference was just a nibble, guys. Was just a, how do you say that? It's just a taster, guys. It's just a, how do you say that?
The appetizer.
Appetizer, yeah. And that will lead into more serious ... right? We all know what is coming up. The White Swan event. The White Swan event, planned for later, indescribable and not for today to discuss. Well, 12:15, guys. The timestamp is showing us James Alefantis, the pizza man himself, planned for later, guys. Not for today to discuss. Let's see that one more time.
Through our borders unchecked, people doing things that are indescribable and not for today to discuss.
Wow.
But the republic that is now doing so very well, we're doing so very well right now.
Wow, guys.
Considering the circumstances, and we'll do record-setting better with time. We will do better than we've ever done as a nation, better than ever before. I promise you that.
The world is watching.
In every generation since, at Trenton and Yorktown, at Vicksburg and Shiloh, and in faraway places with names like Chateau Terrari, Anzio, Iwo Jima, Quezon, Kandahar, really just a few chosen names, and these are names that have become so important on the altar of freedom. They plunged into the crucible of battle, stormed into the fires of hell, charged into the valley of death, and rose into the arms of angels. The sacrifice that they made was not merely for a single battle, a long-ago victory, or a fleeting triumph, decades or centuries past. Their sacrifice was for today, tomorrow, and every morning thereafter. Every child that lives in peace, every home that is filled with joy and love, every day the Republic stands is only possible because of those who did what had to be done when duty called, and the cost was everything to them and to their families. Our debt to them is eternal, and it does not diminish with time. It only grows and grows and grows with each passing year. The greatest monument to their courage is not carved in marble or cast in bronze. It's all around us, an American nation, 325 million strong, which will soon be greater than it has ever been before. It will be. And so today we uphold the memory of our heroes, as people have done since ancient times, by telling their stories and exalting their names.
There it is. Dude, telling their stories, right? At 12:18, guys. 12:18, right over here, is saying these stories. Interesting, guys. Telling their stories. What?
Our heroes.
I said that's a good one.
Yeah, right. Man, Lance. Woo! I'm so happy we're doing this. But again, we want to play some Derfman music, guys. So let's keep pushing. We love you, Trump. Oh, dude. Was I 12:17?
Well.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, WikiLeaks. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I
probably,
I rewinded it a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got the Podesta emails, right? While he's talking about those things that we can't talk about, but in the future, right? As that previous timestamp was showing us, right? Plans for later. So Trump is going by the minute, guys. He's going by the clock. At 12:18, guys, listen to what he's saying. Let's already go to 12:18, and let's see that come by, guys.
As people have done since ancient times, by telling their stories and exalting their names.
Boom, there it is. 12:18. Telling their stories. These stories will only matter and hurt if we keep pushing hard to get as much cheddar out there, guys. Huh. Beautiful.
Yep, right as it turned 12:18. Huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see that again.
The memory of our heroes as people
Look
have
at the
done
time.
since ancient times by telling their stories and
Boom, stories exactly.
Right.
At 12:18, guys. Boom, bam. These stories will only matter or hurt if we keep pushing hard to get too much cheddar out there, guys. So again, keep pushing it. You know, you got the battlefield now, guys. Buck Wayne, great to see you. Defrustrated, we love you. Amigos with that beautiful red castle. Sing a new song. We love you, guys. Let's continue with this epic, epic speech.
and exalting their names. Senior Master Sergeant Elroy Harworth was a young, beautiful man from Earhart, Minnesota, when he enlisted in the Air Force and was sent to Vietnam. 59 years ago this very week, Elroy and his crewmates climbed into the dark skies over Da Nang on a classified mission known as Operation Carolina Moon. Their aim was to blow up a key enemy bridge, and while other crews had tried and failed, they were determined to try and get it done in face of extreme danger, and they
Amen,
knew how bad it
Palco.
was.
No coincidences.
As their C-1 its target, and Elroy jockeyed his 5,000 pounds of explosives into position, the aircraft came under unbelievably intense fire. They'd never seen anything like it. Try as they might, they were hit as the plane swung low and they went down deep in enemy territory. Elroy was just 24 years old when he gave his life for America, leaving behind a beautiful young wife who was 7 months pregnant. That meant Elroy would never know the joy of meeting his son Troy or seeing him grow, and he would never have the pride to watch his son follow in his father's footsteps and serve 2 decades in the U.S. Army. Sergeant First Class Troy Harworth is with us today, joined by his wife Sonia and their son John, the grandson Elroy never got to hold. Thank you, Troy, and thank you, John, and above all, thank you, Elroy. Thank you very much. Please stand up. Thank you, wherever you may be. Thank you very much.
Bluff 24 is coming up, by the way.
Great family.
Just saying.
Corporal Ryan McGee of
High prices, guys.
Virginia knew from the time he saw the towers fall on 9/11 that he wanted to be an Army Ranger.
Domestic
He was
payday.
an American guy, all American. He was a tough guy. He was the top of everything. In high school, he was captain of the football team and was voted friendliest and most charming by his peers. Ryan joined the Army soon after graduation, and after 3 tours in Afghanistan, he deployed to Iraq. He and his unit were tasked with hunting down a weapon facilitator and a suicide bomber cell near Baghdad, a vicious, vicious cell.
Wait a minute, Josh. Did Trump just say 59? Josh is saying 59. I don't know why he's saying that. Did he just mention 59? I guess he did. Just give us a yes, Josh. Yes or no? I think 59, because that drop is saying combine, oppose, and analyze. The question provides answers. Remember, information is everything, and the flow of information is no longer controlled by the MSN, but by you and others. This is why we're dedicating critical time to distribute crumbs, which can be followed in greater detail to paint the entire picture once more information is released. Why has POTUS dedicated so much time into labeling the MSN as fake news? And 2 minutes ago, Jos Reinders is saying, absolutely, he's dropping it. So when Trump was going by the minute, guys, Jos Reinders is saying he was mentioning 59. And 59 is a shout out to the Anon saying, hey, guys, grab all these crumbs that we're putting out there. And Jos, thank you so much for that, because sometimes we're missing a lot. Give it up for Jos Reinders, guys. Drop a 17. Jos, see the chat, drop 17s. For you, my friend, you are amazing. QN 17, we love you. Thank you so much for confirming the 59. Shout out and, how do you say that? Mission to the Anons, right? Question provides answers. Look for the crumbs and put it together to paint the entire picture, guys. Absolutely epic, guys. Jos Reinders, True Seeker CCC on YouTube. We love you. Let me drop a 17 for Jos on YouTube and on Rumble. Well deserved, brother.
Killing many, many people. 16 years ago this month, they engaged the enemy in a firefight, and Ryan was mortally wounded. He gave his life at 21 years old, and today he rests until the end of time in the famed Section 60 here at Arlington, where we have buried our honored dead from the War on Terror. We are joined today by Ryan's mom, Sherry, and Sherry, all of America shares in your grief, and more importantly,
see all those 70s, Jos? Those are for you, my friend.
And thank you so much for being here, Sherry.
God already won. We love you.
Please, Sherry.
Deflustrated. We love you, guys. We do this together, guys. We do this show together.
Thank you,
Mag,
Sherry.
we love you.
Thank you very
Hello,
much.
Maggie. That's interesting.
On behalf of everyone.
1221.
She's hard to find.
Hello,
Once
Maggie.
I saw her, she really stands
Hello,
out.
Mag.
Thank you, Sherry, very much.
Right on cue.
Senior Chief Petty Officer Shannon Kent grew up in Pine Plains, New York, before enlisting in the Navy in 2003, and she quickly became one of the rising stars. She was an absolute winner. As a linguist, translator, and cryptologic technician.
Sheep in a
Shannon
rowboat.
worked
Great to see
alongside
you.
elite special force units like Delta Force and Navy SEALs to help them capture and kill terrorists. She was among the first women ever to do it, and she did it better than anyone.
Ooh, Grass, look at the mirror.
2019, Shannon was on her
Thank you.
5th combat deployment, embedded with
He's
a
talking
team
about Delta Force.
Ooh, nice
streets
one.
of Syria when a
Well done,
suicide bomber
Lance.
detonated his weapon, killing Senior Chief Kent and 3 other wonderful, beautiful Americans.
This one is for you, Mag.
She
Love,
left
love,
behind
love.
her husband Joe and their 2 sons, 3-year-old Colt and 18-month-old baby Josh. Today, Shannon rests in peace on these grounds alongside her comrades. To her boys, Colt and Josh, who are here this morning, now aged 9 and 7, let me say your mom was a hero, and her love, her strength, and her spirit are always
9
with us
and 7.
always be with you. She loved her boys. To Joe, the boys, Shannon's parents, Mary and Stephen, and her sister Mariah,
Dude.
Shannon's name will live forever in the chronicles of true American patriots. I
Shooter
just wanna thank
family.
you, and
Wow.
thank you so much for being here in honor of your magnificent family member. Stories like Shannon's, Ryan's, and Elroy's remind us of the real meaning of the day. And I want to just say, please stand up.
Oh, I
wherever
thought he
you
said memeing of the day. Meme. 3, 2, 2, 1. Grass the mirror.
We love
Maybe
you,
that's
guys.
why. I was looking at this. I thought I heard him say
boom.
memeing.
Woohoo! We the pepper. All right.
Did he say meaning? You want to go back real quick? I know they said meaning, but did he?
Just say, please stand up wherever you may be. The boys.
Go back
I
a little
wanna
more.
see those boys. Where are you? Magnificent family member. Stories like Shannon's, Ryan's, and Elroy's remind us of the real meaning of the day. And I want to just
Oh,
say,
he said meaning.
stand up wherever you may be. The boys, I want to see those boys. Where are you?
See those boys?
1224, guys.
See those boys? You got all the peppies.
Yeah, beautiful, guys. Standing ovation. The awakening is coordinated. Every detail accounted for. Every scenario planned for. Enjoy the show and the crowd goes wild.
Yeah, good-looking guys. Thank you very much for being here. All of you, thank you so much. We should never forget, even for a moment, that freedom is a gift of the highest cost and peace is won at the most precious price. These extraordinary American heroes and their immense and ultimate sacrifices they offer only the faintest glimpse at the infinite grace we have received from all who laid down their lives for America over the past 250 years. We're going to have a big celebration, as you know, 250 years. In some ways, I'm glad I missed that second term where it was, because I wouldn't be your president. For that most important.
See how it is.
In addition, we have
This is the
World
plan,
Cup, and
guys.
we have the Olympics. Can you imagine?
2016 to 2020. That was the plan. 24, 2020, Biden, and now Trump, guys. It was the plan.
Look, he just said, I have everything.
Yes.
God did that.
Watch, go back a little bit. He was just saying, now I have everything.
I wouldn't be your president. For that most important of all, in addition, we have the World Cup and we have the Olympics. Can you imagine? I missed that 4 years, and now look what I have. I have everything.
Boom! He's got it all, man. Look at them smiling, man. They know. They know. He's got it all. All right. We love it, guys. Because the awakening is coordinated. Every detail accounted for. Every scenario planned for. Enjoy the show. It had to be this way. This was not another 4-year election, right? Now he has everything. He's got you, the American people behind the America First agenda, screaming, release the Epstein files, bring justice. We want to see Gitmo. We want to see public trials, right? Military tribunals. Everybody is on the same page, guys. He's got it all, The MSN can only ask for MS-13 back. That is how crazy it is, right? It's nuts. He's got it all, right? Let's see that smile, man. Be beautiful.
Amazing the way things work out.
Woo, baby. The plan, guys. Trust the plan.
God did that. I believe that.
Oh, yes. You better believe it.
God did it.
Learn our comms.
Hey, Grass, do the mirror from the minute before, the 4-2-2-1.
4-2-2-1. Let's see, guys. Okay, God bless America. We are being attacked from within. Flashback. Classic arcade party station. Huh. Interesting.
And you see how he's saying
God did
it, right?
Absolutely. Beautiful. We have it all. We were being attacked from within. You could all see it, right? Trump was telling you between 2016 and 2020, he was telling you, Q was telling you, letting you weed between the wheat and the scab, right? Weeding it all out and then have a clear representation between 2020 and 2024, how they were using the intel agencies to go after Trump, to go after you with COVID, overreach of government, showing you, and now Dodge is cleaning it all out. This is what I voted for. It's a hashtag on Twitter, guys, and we own the battlefield. It had to be this way. Trump, we love you. Let's continue with his final moments and play Derfman music.
This was not mine. I'd like to take credit, but I got the Olympics, I got the World Cup when I was president, and I said, boy, it's too bad I won't be president.
Well done,
then.
Derf.
Look what happened. I turned out, and we're going to have a great time. We're going to have a great celebration, but most important of all is the 250th anniversary. That blows everything away, including the World Cup and including
everything has meaning.
Boom, including the World Cup.
Boom. As the world turns. Well done, Lance.
Our war dead anywhere on earth.
This platform is more than simply pushing the truth, right? Learn our comms, markers, everything has meaning, everything, question and answers, set rich, we're being attacked from within. Common Q, counter on, days after, guys. Beautiful. How do we legally, guys? How do we legally win? Dude, it had to be this way, guys. Beautiful.
Of equal heroism and heartbreak, unmatched patriotism and devotion and acts of selflessness and courage, so enormous they defy comprehension. Most people can't even imagine it. Great poets have written that it's love which moves the sun and the stars, but here on the sacred soil, right where we are.
Derf.
We should go back a little bit just to grab the world, because we had it earlier on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Selflessness and courage, so enormous they defy comprehension. Most people can't even imagine it. Great poets have written that.
Oh, more.
At any resting place for our war dead, anywhere on earth.
Boom. Anywhere on earth. There it is, Derf. As the world turns.
Well, he mentions World Cup shortly.
Okay, you want to go back even more because I got 12 minutes.
I don't think it was that. No. It was at 12:26 though.
50. What happened? I turned out, and we're going to have a great time. We're going to have a great celebration. But most important of all is the 250th anniversary. That blows everything away, including the World Cup and including the Olympics, as far as I'm concerned.
As the world turns.
In any corner of this cemetery.
He said it, right?
Yeah.
Pause it there, Grass.
50th anniversary. That, including the World Cup and including.
There you go.
Boom. There you go.
There we go, guys.
As the world turns. 12:20. Yes. As the world turns. 12:26. 12:26. The World Cup, including the World Cup, the marker. Everything has meaning. Everything. Coincidence, confirmations. Learn our comms, guys. Come on, Q. Prove this platform is more than simply pushing the truth, guys. Ooh, how do we legally win, right? He has it all now. Ooh, all right.
The Olympics, as far as I'm concerned. Selflessness and the sun always toward and kindness. From Bunker Hill to Bastogne to Cantigny to Coral Sea, from Gettysburg to Guadalcanal and Concord to Kabul. America's best and America's bravest have fought, bled, and died so that we could pick up the torch of liberty, raise it high, 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 and carry it onward to places they could never have dreamed of before. Today, we honor their memory.
Dude. We are Patriot Diggers. Give us a shout out and we will dig harder. We are honored, proud, and appreciative. We honor, right? We honor those who are with us, guys. We are honored, proud, and appreciative. Where we go one, we go all. We are Patriot Diggers. Give us a shout out and we will dig harder. We are with you. Today, we are honored their memory. How beautiful. We are honored. Oh, guys, another timestamp. 12:27. 12:27. We are honored. We are honored. Take your screenshots and be there with us on the next show, guys, as Trump is hitting it out of the park yet again.
We remember their gallantry. We just revere, in the highest sense, we just revere their incredible legacy. We salute them in their eternal and everlasting glory, and we continue our relentless pursuit of America's destiny as we make our nation stronger, prouder, freer, and greater than ever before. May God bless our fallen heroes. May God bless our Gold Star families. And may God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much, everybody. Great honor. Thank you.
Boom, guys. Great crowd. Verified as real Donald Trump. Beautiful, guys. We love you, sir. What a show. What a show. Okay, Lance, So everybody on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, let me drop the link on YouTube. Where's my Rumble thing? Can somebody drop the Rumble feed in YouTube and X? We're gonna cut the feed. We're gonna play some music for Derfman. Let me quickly go in here. Where's my show? Live streams. This one. Come on.
We'll keep
for Derfman. Okay, so
we'll keep Rumble and Pilled on, right?
Yes.
We'll kill X and
so
YouTube.
copy. Okay, guys. So let me kill this one. Let me go here. Okay, guys. Everybody on on YouTube, join us on Rumble. And on Pills, yeah, we keep Pill alive, guys. So you guys can be there or just okay, will for you to see. And everybody on Twitter, guys. Let me go to Twitter. 1 second. Let me go to Twitter. Let me go to X. Everybody, join us on Rumble, guys. We're gonna play some music for Derfman. We still got 5 minutes left. 738 beautiful pages watching us on YouTube, on X. Sorry for that. Let me drop this underneath. Join us over there, guys. We're gonna have a party.
And thank you everyone on X and YouTube for joining us today.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you all so much for joining us.
Music copyright on YouTube and X, right? So
yep,
that's why we only go on Rumble. So join us for a little music
5 minutes. 5 minute
a
music,
one song. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm killing the stream.
Okay, guys. So, and again, let me just say this. Wait. Let me tell everybody watching on YouTube and on X. We will be back in 2 days. So I'll be back on Thursday, guys. Still have to know. So let's try to go live around 12 at noon. Okay. So I think that Miss Grasshopper still has one lesson to teach. She is we still got 3 weeks to go for little Grasshopper comes. She's still teaching at the university, guys. So we'll be back on Thursday. So be there with us around noon, guys. Again, guys, we love you on X. We love you on YouTube. God bless you all. See you really soon. And let's continue our Rumble, guys. Go underneath. When you're watching here, go underneath. Click this link and join us on Rumble. See you on Thursday, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Lance, take